Okay, excellent. Hi, everyone. It's me, Nigel. Heather's just putting some finishing touches on some slides. She'll be along shortly. But yeah, this is the live stream. Hi, welcome aboard. Have we got anyone? Yes, Pen Lady 5. Hi from Canada. Hi to Canada. How you all doing? Alrighty, there's going to be an interesting couple things cropping up later today, but while Heather's getting the slides ready, she asked me to stall, so I'm stalling. We're going to do a couple interesting little fillers here while she gets going. Let's find it. Here we go. We're going to go with hilariously badly worded product blurbs. Now, we've ordered a few things. Oh, let's see who we got here. We got Liz. Hello, Liz. And we got Shauna. Hi, Shauna. And Barbara. Hi, Barbara. Yes, we are. We'll get Heather in here shortly. Anyway, we've been ordering a few things online lately, and they've been coming with some, shall we say, amusingly worded translations where they've picked a word that could conceivably be used where that means roughly the same thing, but doesn't quite fit for context. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Diane. Hello, Janice. And Janice, yes, we'll be getting to the drink recipe very shortly. And Tina's here. Hello, Tina. But yeah, Heather ordered this heating pad. You can't see it too well. It's very glossy. But the product says menstrual heating pad for women and girl. But what gets the laughs is what it says on the top here, and I'm going to read that to you. It says, especially for you. Have fun and celebrate in your favorite way because it is your special day. For a menstrual heating pad. For when you're on your period and uncomfortable. Yeah, that's euphemistic, ain't it? Oh, who we got here? We got Faith. Hi, Faith. Hello, Sully Max. Hello, Jackie. Jennifer Smith. Hello. Hello, Diane. Hello, Terry. Exactly right, Liz. Lord. Yeah. Wow. Laughed my ass off. Yes, all correct responses. Who else we got here? What else comments we got here? Okay. Yeah. Hello. Whoops. I keep jumping. Yeah, I'm in so much pain. Special. Exactly, Cheryl. So we've got Susan. Hello, Susan. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Kristen. Janice. Hello. Shauna. Yeah, that was so weird. And hello to Cheryl White. And hello to Sarah in the UK. Outstanding. Now, there's this other one. We ordered some, well, Heather ordered some iced teaspoons for mixing in big, tall, icy drinks. And I washed them. I don't know where the hell they've gotten to. I'll have to find them again. But they came in this package. And it says, every important occasion, sweet moment, and elegant and romantic meal is necessary. All our tableware is prepared for you. Delicious food match well with high-grade tableware. Let you enjoy the food and enjoy the sense of ritual of life. Ritual of life. Yeah, like I'm going to be sacrificing a goat or something, but yeah, fantastic, fantastic stuff. Who else we got? CIA Spend, hello. Liz says, when I used to see things like that, I would write to the with a translation, they never respond. Yeah, you try and help people and they just don't want to know, do they? That's life in a nutshell. We saw an ad under the automotive parts section on Craigslist for a Catholic converter. Kind of thought it would be under the personal ads. Catholic converter. No, you're the wrong type of Christian. Marvelous. Come see us. We'll help you be the right kind. Pen lady? Exactly. Cheryl says, what country does it come from? Like everything, it comes from China. A lot of that is straight machine translation. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. How's the weather back there? It's overcast here in Fairfield, and it's been sprinkling. Well, it's been pretty good all day. It's been pretty good. We've We've had some kind of rain every so often. Where we used to live in Ohio, just had a tornado blow through, like right near where I went to high school. So that I've seen video clips. That's fascinating. It's only a little twister, but dang if it didn't make an impression going through the strip malls. That was supposed to be them, not the. Yeah, I figured. Yeah. Fascinating stuff, and always good for a laugh. Now then, asked about drinks recipes. Let's get on to my drinks recipe. This is a modification of one of the first cocktails I actually made. Not the first, but one of the first. I called it a fizzy apple pie. And what it was basically sour apple schnapps, some gingerbread syrup, and a little dash of clove cordial, and then topped it up with soda water. So it's fizzy, and it tastes exactly like apple pie in liquid form. Well, we don't have gingerbread syrup here at the moment. We don't have clove cordial, but I made a sort of modification to the recipe, and since Heather can't drink fizzy stuff, I've just topped it up with regular water. So let's take you through it, shall we? All righty, got the ingredients right here. And here she is. I'm just doing the drink, my sweet.
Oh, good. Hooray. Sorry I'm late, everybody. I wanted to make this really detailed, so I just finished up.
All righty, so.
Well, I'll stay out of your hair for a couple more minutes.
Oh, as you wish, my sweet. Okay, so you start off with a tall glass and take some just powdered cloves. And you don't want very much because they're very strong, but you just do, there you go. You just do a little tap to get a little bit. Don't want too much. Little tiny bit, barely an eighth of a teaspoon sort of thing. Can't see that too well, but little tiny sprinkle of clove. Put some of that in my glass. Sprinkle of clove, that enough? A little bit more. That'll work. Sprinkle of clove. Next, you want to get your sour apple schnapps. This De Kuyper kind is a bit on the sour side for what I usually like. I can't remember the brand I usually went for back in the UK, but this is a lot sourer than the stuff I usually use. Anyway, you want to pour out a measure of that. I'm using the pointy tops of these designs in this glass as a measure. There you go. Measure of the sour apple schnapps. And we don't have gingerbread syrup, but I do have this all-natural Stirrings ginger liqueur, which works almost
very
as
nice.
well.
It's spicy.
Oh, this is a very nice one, and it is, as Heather says, nice and spicy. And you want to more or less equal the amount.
Everybody.
What? Sorry?
I'm saying hi.
Okay.
Hello.
You want to equal more or less the amount of apple schnapps you put in, because they are very sour, and this sweetens it up a bit. So get roughly the same amount of the ginger as you do the apple. And then all you need to do from there on is get some chilled water. There we go. And top that bar sinister up. There you go. Give it a stir to mix up all the clove and everything.
It's such a neat color.
Yeah, well, the kind I make in the UK is a lot greener.
Yeah, that's not quite chartreuse. And you have chartreuse.
I had chartreuse. Yeah, I still do. I still do. Back in my liquor cabinet back in England, I've got some nice green chartreuse. which is very nice. So yeah, there you go. Stir it up. Get it going.
Yay! Thank you, dear.
See what you think of that? I'll stir mine up.
Ooh, that's zippy. Cheers, everyone. I hope you're having a good night so far.
Drink ale. All right, let me move this out the way, my sweet.
We're celebrating Halloween a little early. Maybe we should take some pictures of our lights. I got some lights from Target that one's like a bat and one is like a spooky ghost. And every time his mouth moves, and I cannot help myself. Every time I pass by that light, I go, oh, because that's what his mouth does. You can hear me. Yeah. He can probably hear me all over the house, wherever he is. Whenever I see that light, I just can't help it. It's what he does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of miffed though, because I wanted to get this one that was like a waving skeleton. It was very cool looking, and when you know, just a bunch of people bought that up and are flipping it on like Mercari and places like that. I think that's what it's called. It's like a Poshmark, but if I were signed up to both, I'd probably buy even more clothing, and I don't really need that. Anyway, they're scalping it, so that the light was only supposed to be like $35, and now it's like $135 minimum anywhere you find it. So let's say hi to some folks, shall we?
All right.
Yeah.
Pegwitch says hello.
Hello.
Shauna says hi, Heather.
Hi, Shauna.
Sharon says, looks yummy. Yes, it is.
It is. It's quite nice. It's a little sour, but he gets the blend very nice. It's balanced.
Greer Up says, I'm constantly amazed by the odd kinds of liquor one can get in the US. Yeah, there's also some weird stuff you can get overseas, like Advocat.
What's this again?
Advocat is like eggnog without the cream. It's basically brandy, sugar, and egg yolk mixed up, and it's very thick and a bit... Ugh.
That sounds like it. That sounds like phlegm. I'm sorry. That sounds gross.
Jamie Good says hello.
Hi, Jamie. We love you.
Lacy Waistband. That is a great name.
By the way, Jamie works in our office. So yes, we love Jamie.
Lacy Waistband, great name, says, Heather, do all wigs come with a predetermined part? Oh,
heck no. If you get one that's got a monofilament top, or if you're really, if you have money, they have these wigs that have a French top, and what a French drawn top is, it's another way of saying that it's double drawn. So in a nutshell, it basically means that the wig has the same kind of thing all monofilament wigs do, except it's got an additional layer. So the knot is in between. So it's above the monofilament, so it's protected from your scalp, and it's kind of like sandwiched in between that and a piece of like silk or like a silky material that's kind of flesh colored, and it's drawn through, and that hides the knots so you look like you have a more natural scalp. Those wigs are typically very high-end human hair wigs, and you can part those any way you want. But the thing is, the more versatility and the more of those kind of high-end features you get, the higher the price tag gets. So I tend to aim for things that are a little bit more cost-effective for most folks, personally, for my store. So everything we make right now is synthetic. And we try to make strategic compromises with the way that the wigs are designed, so that way we can give you as many luxe features that they're like bang for your buck, but cuts down on anything that isn't necessary. So for this one, we've got the lace front and a monofilament side part. This part is on the left. This is Sasha, and she's going to be available hopefully by Black Friday. I love this color. Dark colors are like the only thing I feel safe wearing when I don't wear makeup.
Oh, I think you look good in them.
Thank you. Yeah, they feel more natural to me. I'm not wearing any makeup at all, just some moisturizer. So, yeah.
Tina says, love the shirt, Heather.
Thank you. Yeah, hold on. It's not like, look at my boobs, everyone, but it's all my girls. I love this shirt. And it's got 2 more tissues. That makes me very happy.
Exactly. Oh. Let's see who else we got here.
Yeah, let's keep saying hi.
Okay, let's see. Jennifer says, hello, Heather.
Hello.
Liz says, hey, Heather.
Hi, Liz.
Lacey says, Nigel throwing a wig. But I have such lovely flowing hair of my own. I just hit myself in the head with my own ponytail, dagnabbit. Hoist by my own petard. What's some new? Let's see. Shelly F says, great. Faith says, love it.
Awesome.
Shelly F says, you look Groot. I am Groot. Barbara Ling says, good evening. Hello, Barbara. Hola, Heather. Have a sip from me from Barbara Wick.
Can do.
Shelley says, hey, guys. Shelley from Florida.
Hi, Shelley. All right.
Let's see here. And Siobhan says, hello, Heather and Nigel. Hello, Siobhan.
Hi.
Tammy says, hi, everyone.
Hi, Tammy. Oh, this is fun.
Tina says you have a lot of nice stuff for sale.
Thank you.
Krista Hepburn says,
Ow.
Werewolves of London. Yes.
I love that song.
Right. And hi, Heather from Sheila W. in Canada.
Hi, Sheila. Oh, everybody's here. Yay. Hi, Jennifer.
Jennifer says, I'm loving Sasha.
I think this one's really fun, and she's so easy to wear. I literally have not combed this or anything. I was just like, what am I going to wear? What's going to look good with no makeup on?
There you go.
She looks great.
Tammy says, got my charisma moonlit orchid rooted, and I'm in love.
Yay!
Excellent. Thank you.
Isn't that such a funky cut? I love how the texture turned out in the back. I knew it wasn't going to be like everybody's cup of tea, but I was like, that's pretty cool. I would wear that.
All righty.
Okay.
So we've done the iconic goth ladies. You want to do some more on the iconic goth ladies, or you want to continue with?
No, go ahead, honey. You do that because I'm queuing up the presentation.
All righty, excellent. So anyway, yeah. Speaking of iconic goth ladies, I think I've watched every single one of the women on Heather's T-shirt there. Both Morticias, of course. Elvira, I've seen in both. I haven't watched her TV show, but I've seen her in the movies Mistress of the Dark and Elvira's Haunted Hills. Those were a hoot. Let's see who else is on there. Lily Munster, of course, from the Munsters. Fantastic work. Yvonne DiCarlo is fantastic.
I'm going to be pointing at my boobs a lot here. She's this one down here.
And I've never watched The Bride of Frankenstein before last year when Heather and I watched it for, I almost said Thanksgiving, for Halloween.
We could watch it for Thanksgiving.
Why not? Speaking of that, I'll get to a funny side note. But yeah, I never saw it before. Heather showed it to me last year, and that was a good bit of fun. And Elsa Lanchester, who played the Bride of Frankenstein, was also in the movie Willard, which I watched last week, the original Willard from the 1970s that set up the Michael Jackson song Ben for the sequel. But yeah, speaking of Thanksgiving and scary movies, our local TV station, I say local, it was from Cleveland and Lorraine, Channel 43, every year for Thanksgiving, without fail, when everyone else is playing football games and all that sort of thing, Channel 43 would have King Kong, Son of Kong, Mighty Joe Young in like a 7-hour, 8-hour block for well over a decade. They finally stopped doing it shortly before I moved away from the USA the first time around in 2000, but unshakably reliable. 3 giant 8 movies all in a row on Thanksgiving Day. Bizarre.
Hey, honey, I'm going to have you turn your camera on for a moment. I'm going to turn this off because I've got a little bit of troubleshooting to do here on my end.
Sure. Okay.
But I'm on the task.
But you've still got the mute button.
You turn your mic on.
I'll turn my mic on. Okay. Let us know if you encounter any echoes or anything like that.
Oh, no, we want you to be the guy. So, boop.
All right, there we go. So, Faith says, I love my charismas. Wore both this week. The plum, not my usual colors, mine is now my favorite. Feel like 90s rock and roll. Edgy. Jackie, I'm sure she's stunning in smoked plum. Jackie says, I had the best Thursday. Not only did I get the 2 wigs I got from your one-day sale, but my charisma and smoked plum came already. It is the most gorgeous color and so comfy like my poppy. Yes. Thank you.
I love that color. I am so in love with how that turned out. So I'm happy to hear that. Definitely.
Tina says, I want y'all to bring back Piper in Indigo Swirl.
We are bringing back Piper. We're getting refills for Black Friday.
Yeah, hear that? Woo! Refilled for Black Friday.
That's my favorite color for that style. It looks so good.
Heather's favorite color, so yeah.
Okay.
Diane says, I heart goth ladies. Well, yeah, exactly. Let's see here what we got.
Okay.
Amber M says, hello, hello.
I'm back. Woo!
What is it, Heather? The no need for makeup if hair is dark.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, for me, yeah. I'm going to turn my mic on and 1, 2, 3. Boop.
And I've muted mine.
Okay. So, can everybody hear us okay? Because I took over the mic again because mine's a little bit better. Let's see. That we can get a real good view of Sasha.
By the way, my son says I look like a golf or punk teenager in it, so of course I want to wear even more. My first dark color ever. Yay!
That's so cool.
Oh, yes. Excellent. Barbara says, for Thanksgiving, I like to see the episode of WKRP where they drop the turkeys out of the traffic cop. You know what?
That's a good one.
You know what? That is my mother's favorite TV moment of all time. She literally, and I don't use that word often or lightly, literally keels over laughing whenever that comes on.
His mom's very cute.
All righty. There we go. And Tina says, local radio station plays Alice's Restaurant every Thanksgiving. I've not heard that. Is that?
I think that is.
Is that what the sitcom was based on?
Woody Guthrie or something like that. I need more information. I need to look this up. Alice's Restaurant.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. I got my mother a T-shirt for that. For Christmas. I sent her for Christmas one year. I asked her what color she liked. I asked her what size she was, and I sent her a Christmas that said WKRP First Annual Turkey Drop. About Alice Waters in Barclay. Arlo Guthrie. There we go.
I knew it was a Guthrie. I got that half right.
Guthrie.
I got that half right. Okay, good.
Damn, this is a good drink.
Yeah, you did a good job. Did you read these to them?
Yes, I did.
It's so good.
Oh,
I knew that was going to be funny. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move into this presentation because it's a doozy. We've got a ton of stuff to talk about.
All right, so over to you entirely.
Yeah, I'm going to basically go over not a ton of specifics because we'll talk about that when we actually launch the program to people who actually want that information. I'm going to turn this light down just a smidge. There we go. That way I can focus a little bit better on what I'm actually going to be reading. So, essentially, we've been doing a lot of stuff since the tail end of last year. And we've been, I literally also did an overhaul of sisterwigs.com, but that hasn't gone live yet because the final parts of that got kind of sidetracked when I got this idea and was like, well, no, I want to do something bigger than that. So I'm going to explain all of that. I will ask many, many times throughout this presentation, though, that when I talk about certain subjects, if you know a lot about that subject and you know the context and the subject matter, just kind of keep that hush hush. I want to talk about some of this in a very broad way because it is a little complicated. I'll keep that part short, though. It's the why part. I want to explain why I got this idea and why it means so much to me. And so that I'm going to have to talk about some sensitive stuff, and I'd like us to keep it very civil and vague, and definitely do not want to have any ad hominem attacks in the comments. So Nigel's actually going to be watching. We want to keep it nice, okay? We want to be better than that, So keep it nice. And just know I'm going to mention that a few times just in case people join us late. So when I do approach that subject matter, don't worry. It's definitely something that I'm going to try to be as tactful as possible about because it's a short part of the story, but it's an important one. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and share the screen, and we will pause for comments as I move between segments because I broke this up specifically to take comments. So here we go. The whole premise of today's live stream and why I was a little late to the party is because I wanted to tell you exactly why we want to help you with your side hustle if you would like to be an online influencer. And if not, it's still kind of good to listen to what I'm talking about here. So that way when you see if this takes off, if it does, that we're transparently trying to get this going. And that we want to make sure that we are good models for what we'd like to see in the future. So I'm wearing the upcoming Sasha by Wigs Forever in Black Magic. We are still doing a cocktail contest, so please, when the replay goes live, leave us your cocktail recipes, even if they're mocktails. We're both really into non-alcoholic stuff too.
Yeah, anything that tastes good that we can get down our throats,
yeah,
we're up for it.
And frankly, I don't always feel like drinking anyway. You've seen here, once in a while I'll have tea or something like that instead. Because, I mean, I have a gastric sleeve. It doesn't always go well. So mocktails, tea recipes, all of that's fine. Just let us know in the comments when the replay airs. And if we actually make it, we'll shout out to you and thank you. So there's that. So our affiliate program is going to be called Kitty Click. I just like the way that rolled off the tongue. It sounds like you're clicking twice, click, click, but it's Kitty Click. We'll launch around Black Friday. This presentation is just a primer with backstory and details of the plan. We'll provide more details closer to the launch date next month. So getting down to business. The backstory of why I wanted to start an affiliate program. And this is going to be a short section. The bulk of it is not this, but this is the slightly sensitive part. So again, please, let's all keep it super nice. The section is short and #sad, so hang tight. John, my business partner, and I founded Sister Wigs almost 10 years ago. And that's a really long time for any online business. Over 80% go out of business before year 2. From the beginning, my 2 main points of focus were educating people about the products so they could make informed decisions, and collaborating with other online creators so we could build our businesses together, because I do view content creation as a business. But this didn't always work according to plan. So note, please don't, again, another time, I'm going to say it, please don't name any names in the chat or the replay discussion as I describe this next part. I'm trying to be vague and tactful on purpose. This section will be very brief, and I plan to read all of it off of the screen. This didn't always work according to plan, as I began collaborating and investing in other online creatives and helping them build up their online personas. Competing stores and my online brand partners would send them offers to profit off my investment in them instead of helping build up influencers of their own. I will always maintain that philosophically, it would have been more beneficial to the online wig community if my competitors and brand partners created their own pool of influencers to help spread those opportunities around, added more diverse voices to the conversation, and incentivized more people to make money creating helpful online content instead of giving those opportunities to the same people over and over again, myself included. I let fear dictate my decisions for too long. I disengaged from virtually all forms of influencer marketing for several years because it was just too dramatic and caustic. The risk was too high that bad faith actors would take advantage of my generosity and not return the favor, or worse, lie to their followers about our professional arrangement to benefit themselves or my competition. I object to people making stuff up about me for attention and profit. I am not that competitive. I prefer to collaborate. Something I tell people all the time is, you know, when I was a professional singer for a while, like about 20 years of my life, starting in childhood. And of course, I never made like super big money. I'm just saying I got paid to sing. And at first I started out as a soloist, but I felt very naked. I felt very uncomfortable. And I genuinely prefer singing in a choir. That's the kind of person I am. I feel like I sing more in tune. And I enjoy the sensation of the harmonizing. Like you feel the you literally feel the audio waves vibrating, particularly when you sing like blue notes and stuff. So I really love my favorite parts. And if you're a choir person, you know exactly what I'm talking about. My favorite parts to sing are alto 1 and soprano 2, because they get all the crazy notes that don't make any sense, usually don't have a coherent melody, and you have to think and feel your way through it. That the challenge and the opportunity and the payoff when you're doing something in an ensemble is just so much better than doing it alone, where you're really getting that audio feedback just from the piano and maybe the acoustics of the room. There's just more to it. And that's the way I feel about all of this too. But I realized that the environment as it was too cutthroat for me. And like, I'm literally too sensitive for it. I'll openly admit it. I know that's a huge vice, but literally I'm too sensitive for it. So I withdrew from influencer marketing out of fear of going through it again. It was too painful, public, and all too frequently. Bad behavior off camera was deflected with dishonest personal attacks against me on camera. And competition shouldn't have to be that cruel. I want to help create a better online wig community which practices what we preach. If we're all about empowering each other, then we should be friendlier and more considerate when we compete as well. And in my opinion, we could create a more stable and inclusive environment for online creatives by opening up the opportunities to more people than just sending endorsements to the same handful of people, most of whom seem to work for competing stores, which is a conflict of interest that everybody seems happy to ignore, but I can't. So this is how I plan to be the change. The negative part is over. That's it. That's all. We're done with that part. I don't want to go back to it, and I will probably just breeze right through everything else. Okay, but that is something that is very important to why I'm doing this, because I was really afraid. I was super, super, super afraid of going through it again, and I just kind of pulled back, you know. And the thing is that these live streams, you guys have helped me tremendously. Just the interactions. You know, there's not a whole lot of faking it here in the live streams. If mistakes happen, you see them in real time. And I like that. And I think that takes a lot of guts to do compared to editing stuff. You know, I'm not casting shade on that. That's my personal opinion of me doing it. I felt like I was getting more and flexing that bravery a little bit more by doing it live than doing it in edit. So again, not meant to be shade. I don't want to let fear dictate my life. I have PTSD, and I feel like, you know, that's the impulse, and it's really hard to beat. And so it is up to me to make sure that I fight up against that. It's a very, very personal thing. And so I want to make sure that when I do things this time around, that I do it out in the open where everyone gets treated the same way and the terms are public. So that way it's harder for people to spin that to make it sound like I'm some kind of monster. So how I plan to be the change. I am not going to let fear dictate whether or not I engage with other online creatives. In fact, I want to do the complete opposite. I want to collaborate with anyone who enjoys my store and our products. An old friend once told me, anyone can do what you do. And the same goes for online influencers too. Literally anyone can make wig reviews. There is no special skill or equipment involved, just a wig and a cell phone, really. This is why I plan to disrupt the industry gatekeepers and blow the hinges wide open to anyone who wants to give this a try. I also want to incentivize people to do more than make infomercials. Styling videos are much more helpful and will give you more robust audience traction over time than just looking cute and selling hair. Literally, when you make styling content, that's what they call evergreen content. It has a much longer shelf life. If you would like more tips like that, that is what I'm offering on the table as part of this affiliate program. Also, between you and me, I am not very good at styling videos, and I think empowering others to make, just be real, right? You have seen this in action. Like, I think empowering others to make these kinds of videos will help me, will help you, and will help that influencer over time. So here are the advanced details of our program. And I'm talking about passive income. I'm talking about helping each other with helpful content about care and styling. I'm talking about making money while you help others and help me grow my brand. We can do two things at once and have them both be good. I'm also talking about rewarding you monetarily for your natural, all-organic loyalty and referrals to hairkittykitty.com. I'm doing this in a way instead of doing a loyalty program on Hair Kitty Kitty. Like, if you refer a ton of people organically anyway, I have no problem at all paying you cash for it. I think that is something I appreciate enough that I would like to incentivize and reward it, because it means a lot more when it's real, you know? So our Kitty Click is not an MLM. Just want to put that out there for the record. So there will be no downline, and you're not being incentivized to recruit more people to do this. So it is an affiliate sales and commissioned organic referrals program. So there's no downline, there's no pyramid structure. Just wanted to make sure that was very clear. And before I go on to the details of the program itself, I think we should actually pause, Nigel, and let you take some comments and whatnot.
All right.
You ready, hon?
Yeah, John is...
Can you turn your camera on?
I can. Yeah, John is in here now as well, and on the lookout.
He's looking.
Yeah, it's let's see.
Hi, Joyce.
Let's see. Wilma says, evening all. Hi, Wilma.
Hello.
Barbara Ling says, I play viola in a couple of orchestras and think the way you do regarding music.
It's so much better when you're doing it with the group. It's louder. You get more of that sensation going through your body. The collaboration makes you think on your toes. It's so much better.
Yeah. Liz says, I'm a singer too and a soprano too. Much better, more natural sounding. Almost all jazz and blues is in alto 1 and soft
That's
2.
right. That's right. See, my thing is that when I was younger in particular, I had a very large top register. And so even though I didn't want to sing soprano 1, I got thrown on soprano 1 a lot. I remember at one point I was in a chamber ensemble in college and I had to request, after doing it for a semester, that I get moved to soprano 2 because I just can't. I don't like singing melody all the time. It's just, it's boring because it's way more predictable. It's way more repetitive. It's more fun to sing the parts below it for sure.
Shauna says, whenever Sasha is available, I will be definitely getting one.
She's super cute. I'm really enjoying it. And she's very comfortable too.
Tina says, I started off singing alto, but changed to soprano, and I'm sure my friend appreciated it and everyone else in the alto section. So I say mean people suck.
I agree. Yes.
Wilma says, big thanks to the help desk and John for helping me out with my order this week. Somehow I managed to make a mistake with the first line of the address.
Oh, no.
And John says, you're welcome later down.
Yeah.
Jennifer Smith says, you have tremendously helped all of us with your knowledge and honesty about the wigs we're purchasing from you/Sister Wigs.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see. Tammy says, very smart to educate and empower your fans.
Absolutely. I thank you. I thought so. I thought that this would be such a different way of doing it. I mean, I know there's nothing really that novel about an affiliate program, but in this particular space, there's really not a whole lot like it. And I don't know to what extent those people are being very open about what they plan to do with the program. So I do think at least that's really novel.
Diane says, seeing how you were treated made me want to support you more.
I appreciate that.
And Deb says, you are a genuine person and your videos show this. Don't change.
Thank you, guys.
And it skipped again.
I really do appreciate that. And thank you for keeping the comments civil. I appreciate that as well, too. It's hard enough to try to mention it. I want to try to keep it as minimal as possible,
Tammy says, so much love to you. I'm too sensitive too. Janice is a tenor in the church choir.
That's so cool. There have been a couple of times where, there have been several productions of A Mall and the Night Visitors that I've been recruited to sing behind a black curtain and sing tenor because the boys couldn't hit the notes. I have sung tenor as well, but I don't know if I could do it on a consistent basis. So more power to you. That's fun.
Liz says, I love duets and singing 8-voice madrigals. Oh, I friggin' love madrigals.
Yes. Those are fantastic. I'm so mad because I actually got the opportunity to be part of a chamber choir that did that at UGA and my schedule wouldn't allow it. I was so mad.
Oops, that skipped again. Leanne says, I'm here.
Hi.
Faith says, have so much respect for you and Nigel. Thank you, Faith.
Thank you.
It is something to consider. I keep a very low profile on social media and hearing all about hate out there scares me. Yeah.
And you know what?
It's very disheartening.
It is a valid concern. And I actually am glad that you brought that up because I want to be really frank about that too. I get bullied a lot here online. And you may have seen some of that throughout the years. I try not to pay much attention to it. And it's whatever. I assume those people are just trying to get attention from me most of the time. So that's why I try not to dwell on it or acknowledge it too much. Social media is going to social media. That is what it does, and negativity travels a lot farther than people who do what I do. Or even sometimes when I am negative, it's just, I am not willing to sensationalize everything. I guess that's what I'm really saying. And that stuff tends to travel farther. And I think that, whether you're associated with me or not, anytime you put yourself into the public space, there's always a chance that somebody could say something mean. So we're rewarding people not just for making content, but if you just do referrals, for example, if you're already saying, hey, I really like this store, you need to wait. I mean, as long as you're not spammy about it, please don't. I'm not encouraging that at all. And we will try to make sure we're monitoring for that because we're definitely not trying to get people to spam each other. But if you organically refer people, you might as well have a coupon involved, and you can help them save money. And at the same time, you make a commission. No content had to have been made in that transaction at all. You just were talking to them, and you were organically recommending something. I think that is the thing. Like, you can do either, really. And so on that note, I'm probably gonna keep going so that way I can give you the details, because I cover all that stuff too.
Gotta do a couple more
Sure,
before we go
for
on?
sure.
Oh, it skipped again. Hang on. Christine says, will you be making short wigs? Thanks, Heather and Nigel, for the great advice and recipe. Well, there's a short wig right
Yeah,
there.
if you're talking like pixies and stuff, we have those coming as well.
Yeah. I've taken some photographs of some prototypes that I think you might like.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So,
Like I wanted,
that's coming soon.
I wanted to make something like Allure by John Renaud, but like not as full. So that's because I love that style. And it's comfy. So if you like that style, please buy it from sisterwigs.com. Ting. But no, it's I want to make something like it, but
Shameless
not
self-promotion
yes,
achieved.
that's right. But not exactly the same cut. But we are working on stuff like that too.
The more I learn about Heather, the more I get a little creeped out. The insane amount of things we have in common, from wigs to IT to autism to the damned English husband. It's scary. Lol. Well, it just shows you have amazingly good taste.
That's right. I'll toast to that.
Cheryl says, yes, I'm too sensitive and been bullied all my life too. Yeah, it's like they target people like us.
And I was just thinking about this the other day, Cheryl. Like, you know, I used to get bullied horrendously when I was in school. And part of it was, you know, little robot Spock girl that obviously makes you stick out like a sore thumb. But the other thing was, you know, I was really big. I was a really, really, really big kid. I mean, the skin on my arms is a souvenir from those days. So I was a really big kid. Flying squirrel.
I'm going to say pterosaur, but.
Like, you got to laugh at it because what else are you going to do, right? I think that, you know, I was just a ripe target for ridicule on a whole bunch of levels as a kid, simply because I was so weird and, but like, Veruca Salt, or no, it was Violet Beauregard. That was the one that turned into a big blueberry.
Yeah.
I was a very potato-shaped child.
In fact, Wilma says Heather was virtually the only plus-size person doing quality helper hair. Now she's looking so fantastic, and love to see her wearing so many of the wigs on the site. Miss Glamorous nowadays.
Oh, thank you, Wilma.
Perfect time to interject that.
But that's another thing I'm hoping to incentivize here. I would love there to be more diversity of people making this kind of content. I can only show what I look like on myself. I can't really represent other people or what they look like. And I do feel like that's something that I was able to do pre-deflation that I'm not really able to do now. I was able to show people what somebody, you know, close to 300 pounds looked like in these wigs. I still think that's important information. I also think that's really good for our Wigs Forever line, which is what this line is from, because these wigs fit average large by default, which is much better for plus size people because they have flat occipitus.
Mm-hmm.
They have they don't really have much of a pronounced occipital ridge. It's flat in the back because they've got, you know, little padding on their necks.
Oh, by the way, Kathleen Ryan has just dropped in before she goes out on the
Kathleen!
date. Hi, Kathleen.
Oh, I hope you and Rick have a good time.
Excellent. So yeah, sorry, I just wanted to get that in there before she had to go off.
Yeah, no, that's cool. But yeah, so I want there to be more diversity of people talking about these things than I can just do on my own, and what I, you know, more than what I see out there. I would love it if like we could cross streams with, you know, other kinds of wigospheres. You know, like there's a cosplay wigosphere, and there's like people who do pinup wigosphere, and then there's like you know, that whole like Black Beauty wigosphere, and they have so many wonderful creators over there that I would absolutely love to bring them to you, help them grow too, so that way you can see their perspective, because they might actually have some amazing tricks, because their culture, you know, they wear these from a lot younger, and it's much more socially acceptable to talk about them from a younger age. So they have so much information that I would just love to like put a spotlight on that and be like, hey, let's hang out, you know? Like I would love to do that. I would love nothing more than to help bring new voices to this conversation, for sure. So let me go ahead and go back to my little thingy. Haha, all right. So our Kitty Click, again, is not an MLM, and I want to make sure that distinction was really, really pronounced, because we had the option of doing that. There are plenty of programs like software as a service thingies that'll do this, but I don't want to go that route. I'm not real. I don't want this to become like too aggressive. You know what I mean? Our affiliate program in a nutshell. I want to build a new segment of the online wig community where we're all incentivized to help and not undermine each other. I want to take all those cliche female empowerment talking points people use when they market to women online and make them real. It's open to anyone in good standing with sister wigs. It hasn't launched yet. I want to throw that out there too. It won't launch until hairkittykitty.com launches, which will be closer to Black Friday. So this is just kind of like a preview of what we plan to do, so you see it coming. It's open to anyone who is new to our store as well, and actual customers and fans, so y'all, are highly preferred because you mean it. And that's what I really want the most. I want, when people endorse my products or endorse my website, that they are sincere when they're doing it, and not just doing it because they want the payout. But, you know, it'll be hard for me to tell either way, but I'm just stating for the record, that's my preference. You do not need to be an online content creator to earn a commission. As I was telling Faith earlier, your organic, honest referrals can also generate some income for you. But know that content creation will give you a longer lasting passive income stream over time. As I mentioned, this is a little bit about passive income. And what does that mean? That means you made a piece of content, you hook it up to Google AdSense, you have the coupon embedded in the description. And for as long as people continue to watch that video, you get money from it without doing anything else except maybe answering some questions in the comments and possibly putting up with trolls. Got to throw that out there again. It is always a possibility when you put yourself out there online, okay? So just see it coming and it won't hurt as much, okay? But you got to make sure you're ready for it before you put it out there. So platforms you can use. We are very keen to work with TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest influencers. If you have your own website, and that does include friendly retail competitors, so just like I do with Frida, if you would like to outlink to my store, I'm completely open to that, and the commission is 10%. Your own blog. Other platforms can be reviewed upon request, but no coupon sites, please. Again, we want to keep this something that drives people to do things that are helpful, as opposed to something that just kind of like spams the place to see, you know, what lands. I have also tapped into the power of a professional affiliate management company based out of Atlanta to help you and manage the program better than I could do on my own. So I will not be the one managing this. I'll be managing the people who manage this. And that's to give a little bit of a layer of distance, just keeping it real. And that, I think, will also minimize some of the risk. Plus, they'll know what they're doing about that stuff more than I will, which I'm totally fine with. Like, this is not about my ego, so I'm totally fine to admit that they're probably going to be way better at it than I am, hence why I'm hiring them. You'll be given a coupon code to help your audience save 15% at the new hairkittykitty.com website, which again is scheduled to launch around Black Friday, and that is when this program will launch. You will earn a 10% commission on anything bought with your coupon minus returned items. And there's, I mean, not only for the fact that, you know, it wasn't a sale if it got returned. The other thing is that you need to help sell a minimum of $500 of products annually to remain in the program. Think about it this way. If you're not making more than $50 annually from doing it, it probably isn't a great fit for you anyhow. And we wouldn't want you to feel like, you know, we weren't paying attention to that.
Yeah.
But we are going to try to give you advice throughout. And I've done it in this video a little bit, you've seen. I will try to make sure that there is, you know, maybe like a monthly update that has advice in it for all the creatives, maybe gives them some keywords that they should consider, that sort of thing. I mean, we genuinely want to help you. And this is designed to incentivize you to make helpful, meaningful content that will minimize people's need to return their purchases. Because the more helpful you make the content, the more you show them, the more questions you can telepathically expect them to ask that you have an answer for, the less likely someone's going to need to return a product, which is a big deal because nobody likes returns. Customers don't like them. They're frustrating and time consuming. And, you know, restocking fees and whatnot, though, I'll tell you more about restocking fees on Hair Kitty Kitty on a later video, because we've got some fun stuff to talk about there. But just know that we want that to incentivize you to think in advance about what people's needs are, so that way you can try to fulfill them. That will engender loyalty in you as an authority on what goes on in styling and taking care of their hair, and reviewing the products. So it's a good thing to incentivize you to do, because it helps you too. This was also designed to incentivize collaborations, kindness, friendly competition, and honest referrals to our brand products and services. Payments will be issued by professional affiliate management company monthly via PayPal. But note, we're still hooking this up. So if it ends up being like Amazon Pay or something like that, I don't know. We'll let you know. My preference is PayPal. Note that this is just a preference, and we are still in the process of setting this up. And if anything in this presentation changes, you and the rest of the public will be notified at the time we launch the program. Right now, we're still building it behind the scenes. We will make exclusive content for affiliates to give them analytics-based content ideas, social media optimization tips, and growth hacks for their success. Affiliates will have early access to products and special discounts to make it easier for them to invest in their content marketing business, because this is exactly what we're trying to empower you to do. Start your own freelance small business making online content. Friendly online retail competitors may also join. You can even flip our wigs. Listen to this. You can flip our wigs and sell them to your clients, as long as you keep our branding intact. That's very important. We do not want people to white label our products, because we're trying to grow our brand too. And we would like it if you could help us grow together. That helps us make more of these products, so you can have more products potentially to sell. So it's helpful if you help us grow. And that's also what we're trying to transparently incentivize. So in conclusion, I realized that fear was making me retreat from my mission and withdraw from the online conversation. You guys have helped me a lot with that. Just the interactions that we've been having, and just doing something live like this on a consistent basis has really helped me kind of get more comfortable and break a little bit more out of my shell. And I wanted to thank you for that, because it's been genuinely very helpful. And I wanted you to know that you helped me a lot. And I really appreciate that. Anyway, so my fear response was rational, but it was counterproductive. I want to prove that there's power in being courageous, working with others, and choosing to trust instead. Trust is the opposite of fear. And in opening myself and my new store up to the possibilities, I think I can send a much more powerful message and improve the lives of a lot more people in more meaningful ways than ever before. I won't choose who to work with. You'll choose whether or not you want to work with me and my brand instead. The terms will be the same for everyone, which will also minimize people's ability to cry wolf about our arrangement. I want to democratize wig influence. If you're interested, make sure you sign up for the newsletter at sisterwigs.com. Announcements will be issued via the newsletter first, and in full disclosure, Hair Kitty Kitty, when it launches, and Sister Wigs will share the same mailing list, just like with wig closeouts. So by signing up for one, you will automatically be signed up for both. So to sign up for the newsletter, you can go to sisterwigs.com, scroll to the bottom of the homepage, fill out the form, and submit it. Check your email, because the system will send you a double opt-in, which is literally just an email where you click a button and it verifies your email account. This is a cut down on spam. And just make sure you follow those prompts and you're done. So that's it. That is the entirety of the presentation. I will pause to wet my whistle and let Nigel do some talking for a little bit.
All righty. Okay, well, let's see here.
Can you put your camera on, hon?
Yes, I can.
There you go.
All right. Well, okay. Wilma asked a question, and then John answered it.
Thank you, John.
The question is, the question she had was, what about content using products Sister Wigs sell, but I didn't buy from there? I still have toppers and wigs I bought used when I was starting out.
Well, it'll only apply to our brands that we make. So there would be no way that you would be able to buy it from someone other than us, unless they were, selling it to you after they bought it from us, and right now we don't sell wholesale. So I think that I want to make sure that's really clear too. It will only be on the Hair Kitty Kitty site, and on that site there will be no John Renault, Estetica. None of the name brands will be there aside from ours, because we're trying to build it, and we want to see if putting it on its own little website will help it grow faster and kind of give me more opportunities to show off what it looks like. So one of the things that we've done with Hair Kitty Kitty that's really different and will really differentiate it from the other websites, and my patrons have seen this as well, because I showed them a little preview, is it's a dark theme. You know, Sister Wigs has a very light, bright theme like most websites. And what we did was we made it a dark theme with lots of rainbows and pastel tones that really pop out at you. And it looks like, you know, really fancy wedding up lighting, you know, like Beyonce's wedding or something like that, you know, like dark room with all this fantastic dramatic lighting. That's what my inspiration was for building that site. So it's got a completely different vibe. It's got a completely different layout. It's faster. Every single wig is going to be listed per color. So you won't see just like one listing with Ambrose and a bunch of different colors underneath it. We're going to really shine a spotlight on every single one of these wigs in every single color. And we're writing unique copy for all of them. I'm writing unique copy for all of them. Let's be real. And I'm also writing categories that you wouldn't see in a normal wig store. Like, for example, if this were a song, what would it be? You know, you could shop by star sign. You know, so I'm trying to be a little bit I'm trying to think a little out of the box. You know what I mean? When I'm putting this together, because I want it to be like a party, kind of like you've gone to a wedding with really incredible uplighting. I'll show you a preview once I get a little bit closer to finishing it. It's still kind of a work in progress.
Yeah, I've seen the first few pages without product links in, and it looks great. The effects are pretty nifty. Working on some code, but the basis looks pretty dang solid and fun.
If any of you are front end web developers, one of the things I've been really struggling with is how to embed an animated CSS arrow sequence into my product pages. My theme keeps derailing my best of JavaScript intentions.
That's the reason Heather was a little late today. She was struggling with that for the early part of the day, and it put her a little bit behind, but we're getting there. We'll get there.
I blame Shopify. I blame it all on Shopify. I swear to God, the theme code that I bought to build the theme on, it's like, it keeps like something in it keeps breaking some of this JavaScript that I keep trying to embed in there. So I have to comb through all of this liquid, which is basically like gussied up Ruby. And I have to go through it and be like, where is this? And it's like trying to understand a conversation that when I'm not fluent in the language, but I kind of get it when I look at it. Yeah. Like it's like a struggle.
You hear someone speaking and you go, and then, and then you see
it
look
in your own
down,
camera, honey.
And then you see it written down. Well, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, but you're not in
you.
But I mean, they do get to see your magnificent profile, but.
But yeah, it's like when you listen to someone talking in a language a second language that you've learned, and then you go, huh? And then you see it written down. Oh, okay. By the way, Mary H says, really appreciate the dark side. I have eye sensitivity to light and run my computer in night mode, so this will be better for me.
Same, absolutely same. I mean, the last few days, just tinkering around with the site, I feel like I've been staring at the sun, you know, and I have a blue light thingy on my glasses anyway. It doesn't matter. I feel like I'm staring at the sun after a while. I think part of it's because I've had retina surgery in this eye. Long story, but I definitely get eye fatigue after a while, and I'm like squinty, and I'm like, I gotta stop the Mr. Magoo because that's not helpful. But yeah, same, exactly.
JCE says, I hope you make it so it's easy to compare different colors and styles. Yes, I think I've seen that sort of basic format going.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
We're building all kinds of stuff. Whether or not I'll have it all done by Black Friday is an entirely different question, but it is something we are working on.
All right.
What else we got, honey?
Okay, well, Wilma says, this sounds so exciting. Shauna says, IT is like a foreign language to me, lol. Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Was it plugged in?
Yeah, John's basically like the king of the IT guys in our company, but I'm like, you know, the Marquis or something, Marquis.
Marquis.
I'm the Marquis.
Barbara says, thank you for doing these live streams. I'm happy to hear it's helped you, but please know it's helped me, a lot of us too. I look forward to every week as my night out.
Oh, same.
Sweet. Thank you.
Absolutely the same, particularly now that I'm building this website. Like, I feel like I haven't seen the light of day forever.
Lisa says, hey, yes, Zodiac hair.
Like, literally, there'll be like a little field that says, best for sun signs. That'll be so good.
Greer Up says, you guys work so hard. A real inspiration. If you ever branch out into guy rugs, I would consider the plan.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, John says that's if we get into that, it'll be a little down the road. But
Yeah.
we have, Heather and I have talked about this before because
Yeah, I've asked him if he wanted to model.
yeah.
I mean, there's no shame in that. I am balder than he is. So whatever.
And you're still sexy.
Oh, so are you. But that's why I'm like, grow your hair as long as you want, because I can't. My hair, the longer it grows, the more it grows that way. The less it grows down this way, because I have naturally curly hair. The more it goes like some kind of alien fern that is going to eat people. Like,
when I wake up first in the morning, it's like,
yeah.
you have commented on how my hair sometimes looks like mangrove
Yeah,
roots.
but you get those sweet little boy blue curls, and mine are just the longer my hair gets, the more it turns into straight slim good body. It's not cute after it gets to a certain length, because it just keeps coiling and coiling to the point where it's like like I said, alien fern.
This is an excellent question, and I can answer this one. Amber says, any toppers or wigs only right now?
Black Friday, we got toppers coming.
Yeah.
We hope to have.
I said I could answer that for her.
Sorry, honey. Well, can you tell her how many? Do you know how many? You've taken pictures of literally all of them.
I know I've taken pictures of all of them, but no, I can't answer that specifically.
We got 3 coming.
3 models
Yes.
with different colors in them. So yeah, we're working on it.
We've literally, I gotta talk about this because this is something John and I were tackling earlier this week, is that guess how much the shipping is probably gonna cost to get the stuff from the factory to us.
Oh boy. Go for it.
It's like $22,000 just for the shipping. Just for the shipping. So we're going to try really hard to keep the prices compassionate, but definitely expect over a $200 price point for these monofilament things that we're waiting on. Because, boy, with that shipping alone, we are going to try to keep it as nice as possible, but the price is going to go up because the logistics are a nightmare. So
these trying times.
But we're getting the hair, and it's going to be amazing, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I've really enjoyed wearing it, but we're going to try to make it so it's not as, it's not like crazy expensive. We want to really be mindful of it, but just know it's going to be a balancing act for sure.
Wilma, now here's the thing, Wilma. I'm not into the sports ball in any country. I always find it annoying because it always runs late and displaces what I wanted to watch, which was always scheduled right immediately after the sports ball. So I'm not big into sports. But she says, I watch the live streams when my husband watches Match of the Day. So if I'm remembering correctly, because I prefer music to sports ball, bum 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 bum. Okay, that's my musical bit.
You're cute. I like you.
Thank you. People used to ask me what I used to do to make my hair do that. I'm a curly girl too. Always replied, a whip and a chair. Wilma, my husband is playing FIFA currently while I'm watching. Hey, I like the facial hair, Nigel. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. I trimmed it the other day. Oh, Greer Ops very handily and helpfully says, I hear that container shipping prices are dropping a bit again.
Oh,
hey,
God.
That's excellent news.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
That sounds absolutely amazing.
Woo.
Let's see. Kathleen Simmons says, Medusa hair is what I was born with. Now pretty sparky. Yeah, I can understand that. Where's it? One says, Shauna says, I look like Jack Nicholson the other day. Hair super big and crazy. Yeah, you know what? The older I get, the more I look like my dad. And seriously, he had the Jack Nicholson hairline. Jesus. All that sort of thing. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Wilma says, I watched a video of a man reviewing Ivana wig today because he didn't like the ranges for men, and he did a great job.
That's so cool. You know what? When they came out with Ivana, I think that they had a male model in some of the pictures, so I think that was always the intention.
Oh, Greer-ups, I'm completely there with you on the overrunning sports bit. Hate it. Oh, the number of times I wanted to watch a sci-fi movie or something funny or Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy!
And they delay it because of frigging snooker overrun. For fuck's sake, snooker! It's... Okay, I'm sorry. But...
Are you going to be cool? You're not going to have like an aneurysm or something?
Okay, I'm calm now. But yeah. Just film it. Play the replays of the juiciest bits. Like, I don't need to watch an entire frigging darts match. Just show me the really best, coolest shots. Keep it down to like 15, 20 minutes. That's all you need. None of this standing around spitting and grabbing yourself and slapping your team members on the butt for fuck's sake.
My world is a very colorful place because I get to hear English vintage ranting all the time. It's so English, honey. You're so very, very English. It's like the...
I could honestly give John Cleese a run for the money.
Seriously, there needs to be like a neon sign flashing above your head going, harumph. Humbug.
Frustrated British noises. Bloody hell.
I love you.
I think my bio hair looks like the hair of a cartoon villain, which I think is hilarious. Depends on which villain.
Hi. Oh, I love the kitty picture.
Yes,
Kitty.
I've been chatting with Desktop Kitty because we are both immigrants and both got a hard time with bullies.
Oh yeah.
At school. Yes, it's hard growing. I was just saying it was hard growing up with a foreign accent in the UK, and she learned.
Oh, you mean the US?
Yeah, in the USA. And Desktop Kitty learned English from an English accent, so Desktop Kitty had an English accent. Oh, fantastic. Love John Cleese. Well, that just means you are, of a superior taste level. By the way, did you know his real surname is Cheese? His real name is John Cheese. Yes. Ha! Snooker, billiards, and darts or poker are not sports, they are pub entertainment, and yet they keep getting broadcast as such. Ah!
Oh,
yes.
Amber says, can't wait for toppers with color. Yes, we're making some prismatic ebony too. So
Oh yes, I photographed
so good.
prismatic ebony toppers.
And it looks so good.
Yes.
It looks so good.
Yes,
Oh
it
my
does.
goodness. And Lisa says, "I'll model, do it, girl. We're launching an affiliate program. The site hasn't launched yet. We're building it now. It's about done, but it's supposed to be delivered to the public as a usable site around Black Friday-ish. So sign up for the newsletter on our website, and you will definitely get an update about that when we start taking applications."
Want to refill my treasure?
No, I better not. I'm good.
Yeah, I had a refill, and I'm getting slowly tipsier.
I'm good. No, I'm burping clove. I think I'm good with the way it is now. I don't know if I can handle more clove.
Good stuff. I think this has been a good live stream so far. We've got people we've never seen before joining in. So if this is your first time joining in or first time visiting, thanks a whole bunch.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
Trying to center myself on the camera there. Yeah, and good stuff. Good encouragement. Fantastic. Outstanding.
Yes, but we're working on a ton of stuff. We've got a ton of wigs coming. Sasha is one of them. She's cute. She's short. We've also, and this is a non-heat friendly synthetic. We do have some more heat friendlies coming, including a lot of refills of like Piper and wigs like that. We have some more holographic blonde coming. Hello. Yes.
Sparkle rainbow hair.
Yes. Sparkle sunshine.
Jen's just joining us. Hello in Wisconsin.
Hello.
You know, it's funny. We were walking around the high school last night, and they had the high school marching band playing because there was a game on. And like, okay, all I could think of was "On Wisconsin, on Wisconsin." Or sorry, I shouldn't sing.
He literally started singing that while we were walking and doing that exact motion. So you just got a reenactment.
Nigel, I wrote a book with a character who has your accent in my head. So would you please say "Bloody hell, Rose" for me? Or would you prefer "Bloody hell, Rose"?
Oh, can you do it George Saunders style, please, please, please?
Bloody hell, Rose. Which would you prefer? The angry, the frustrated, or the extremely posh George Saunders?
Yeah, I feel like
regular synthetic, yay.
Same here. Yes. And you can see the level of shine. There's some shine, but she's pretty good.
Joy says long hair coming, I hope.
Absolutely.
Oh yes.
In
I
fact,
photographed some long ones.
In fact,
some very long ones.
Yeah, in fact, one of the ones that we're putting out for holographic blonde is actually a longer style. So we'll let you know more. Actually, they're both longer styles than the previous releases. So we'll let you know when we get closer to launching them. But they're going to be Hair Kitty Kitty exclusives. I can say that because we want to really get traffic to that site pretty much from day one. So, but we've got some fun stuff cooked up for that launch, and I'll be just kind of trickling that information out as we do these live streams. Oh, Barbara says she wants to hear it in a drunk accent, Nigel.
In a drunk accent.
Make sure you project drunk.
I don't need to project. I'm already nearly there. Bloody hell, Rose. Lisa reminded me of something. I'm trying to find her earlier comment, which mentioned this, but I'm having trouble.
Well, in the meantime,
here it is.
Oh, go ahead.
No, here it is.
No.
Found it.
But hold on. Oh, okay.
OMG, I've been following you for 3 years since Celiac bolded me in October 2018. Happy 3-year anniversary!
Yes. Well,
sorry, my sweet, you were saying.
But I'm glad that you know what's up, because that's one that a lot of people just kind of live with and then wonder why, they're constantly in pain every time they eat bread. So good on you. I once heard someone say that a Brit reading from the phone book sounds better than a Yank reading from the Gettysburg Address. I butchered that. I'm sorry.
A. Aronson. 01603 254 983. I think you should do a horrible, obnoxious Scouse accent. The way they say chicken kills me. What do you mean, chicken? The way it goes up at the end.
I didn't even know what a Scouse was until I went to England. They kept throwing that word around. I'm like, is that a slur? What is this?
Kinda.
Yeah, I had no idea. I still am kind of unsure about that. But
yeah.
But they use it everywhere, so.
Thank you, Barbara. Glad I could help. Hair Kitty Kitty, best name ever.
Thank you.
Or, to go comic book guy, best name ever. I've got the ponytail now.
Oh, I got somebody on Fiverr to make a little animation of our moon kitty going.
Yes.
And then at the end she goes, and she blows a kiss, and it's so cute. So I'm gonna put that at the beginning and the end of all the Hair Kitty Kitty videos.
Oh, let's go Star Wars hair. Hey, Ristal Sant. There you go. We'll look up. I'll show Heather a picture of Ristal Sant. That will be fun.
You know what's really sad is that what's her name, General Holdo or whatever. What's her name?
Purple Admiral hair? Holdo.
Okay, purple hair. Laura Dern had amazing hair that was really, really pretty, and her character was awful. But I would love her hair. It's so it has me so torn.
Terrible character, badly written leader.
Awful.
Damn, the hair was on point.
But the hair was pretty amazing. Yeah.
Oh yes, I'm desensitized from the Brit accent now. 10 years now, and I just tell them to shut up.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Wallace and Gromit. Cheese Gromit. That's a Yorkshire accent. Funny thing is, the guy who plays Wallace, whose name escapes me right now because I have to remember his name, it leaves my brain instantly, Peter Sallis, he doesn't actually speak like that, yet he's always playing a character with that accent, whether it's in Last of the Summer Wine or Wallace and Gromit, he's always playing that accent. He normally speaks quite poshly.
Can you do your Richard Iowade? Because it's very good.
Yeah, 1 second. As soon as I've said this, once my husband tried to order a quarter pounder at the drive-thru, and they apologized and said they didn't sell corn on the cob. He makes me order everywhere now. Do you know how bloody hard it is for me to ask for water anywhere? Just water. Glass of water, please. What would you like to drink? Water. Sorry, hon? Water. Y'all talk funny.
You do kind of make funny noises, though. I will say that whole thing was amazing.
Hi, Gina.
Hello. I forgot what I was gonna say because I couldn't.
Richard Iowade.
Oh yeah, do your Richard Iowade, please.
Look at how they what was it? Look at how they wired this circuit board. It's hilarious.
Wait, you could do the thing where they've got balls, Roy.
But you got big balls, Roy.
That was good.
Richard Ayoade is just great. As someone who's half Nigerian, half Swedish, and moved to the...
He's amazing.
He's just fantastic. I love Richard Ayoade. In everything he's in, the man is a global treasure. He really is.
That Matt Berry.
Matt Berry. Matt
Berry for sure.
Who is this customer? Does that sort of drawl.
I don't even know what kind of accent that's supposed to be. It's just his.
It's sort of London-ish.
It's his thing. It's a Matt Berry accent.
It's London-ish with a bit of posh mixed in. It's
delightful. I
can't quite do it myself because he's got a plummier throat than I do. Lobscouse, yes.
Is it good? Is lobscouse good?
The ingredients make it sound good.
What's in it?
I like this. Well, it's a stew.
You keep
stews
hitting
are
the
good.
table. Are you mad at it?
No, I just do that because I'm slightly tipsy.
Oh, gotcha. But lobscouse has what now?
It's a stew.
Oh,
I will look it up right now if you like. Lobscouse.
that needs to be a band name if it isn't already. Probably is.
Right. Stew typically made from chunks of meat, usually beef or lamb, potatoes, and onion. It is particularly associated with the port of Liverpool, which is why the inhabitants of that city are often referred to as Scousers.
Oh, well, there you go. The more you know.
Thank you, Terry, but I'm actually her husband.
We are very married.
We are extremely married.
So
we're so
terminally married.
We are so married, we did it twice.
Yes.
You can find more about that in the Heather and Nigel story.
On Sister Wig's The Main channel.
But thank you, Terry.
I love the front of this thing. It's all like curly, like wee. But you can't see it too well. But if I turn to the side, maybe you'll see it goes wee.
Scouse also has stale sea biscuits. What you mean, like ship's biscuit?
Can we substitute a Yorkshire pudding? Because those are good.
Fuck yes, Yorkshire puddings are good with gravy. Of course, I'm 1/8 Yorkshire, so 1/8 of me wants to have it with jam.
Oh.
But it's batter, so think about it as like a crispy pancake with jam.
Yeah.
A gigantic crispy pancake.
Well, I mean, I've had Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah.
The first time I had Yorkshire pudding was before I ever even met you. I was a student ambassador to Western Europe, and I was in Salisbury, and I was supposed to be with an English homestay family, but they were really Australian, and they made me a really lovely roast dinner with homemade Yorkshire pudding, and they lived like a block away from the Salisbury Cathedral. It was a very surreal kind of thing, but the Yorkshire pudding was on point. It left a very good impression.
Barbara says, what colors will Sasha come in if you know off the top of your head?
I do not know off the top of my head because we tried to spread the colors around because I've actually developed a lot of colors. So I don't know off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure I made everything in Cheer Wine Sangria though because I love that color.
It's a good color.
It's a good color.
And a damn good drink.
But
I was hungover for like 2 days after.
I do recall that this one comes in Cocoa Swirl and also Beach House because I remember modeling both of those. But other than that, I can't really remember because we're still in the middle of processing it and stuff, and I'm still waiting to see what comes in this first shipment. And there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. But yes, I will have more information about that when we get those things here at our warehouse. Have an opportunity to take a look at because the logistics issue globally, big issue right now. It's a big headache.
It's not just in the wig industry. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere, and
everywhere.
And it's manufacturing too. So all of it is being kind of interrupted right now by ongoing issues with these challenging times.
All kinds of delays.
So yeah, it's still ongoing for a lot of commerce. So, but we're kind of playing it by ear and see how it goes. But we won't have actual ETAs and actually know what's coming and when because they might split shipments and stuff. So we'll let you know when we have more information. And I'm afraid that's kind of how we have to keep it because I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. That's not a good recipe for success.
This right here. Hang on a minute. This right here is basically the first prototype so Heather can make sure that they've done it right.
It looks great.
And yeah.
One of the perks of what I do is I get lots of prototypes, and then I get to wear them, and then I get to become friends with them. This one this is only the second time I've worn this. The first time I took pictures of it on.
Shauna says, worst name ever for food.
Lobscouse.
No, it's not.
What's the worst one?
Spotted Dick.
That's an amazing name. That's why it's famous.
Amazingly good food.
It's super good.
Questionable name. However, it is theorized that the term for
Winkies.
Yes, came from the dessert and not the other way around. Because it's a long, cylindrical, firm, steamy, steaming hot tube. Yeah. So anyway.
Perv.
Wilma said, I'm not a perv. Not publicly, anyway. Wilma says, my crush is Noel Fielding at the moment. Great British Bake Off. He is also good in the IT crowd.
He was hot back in the Mighty Boosh with the crazy hair and the tight pants. Yeah.
I did not watch that.
Yeah. I may have watched it just to watch him walk around with kind of a space mullet and tight pants.
Funnily enough, there's a Masters of the Universe cartoon character from about the time he was 3 that has his exact facial features. I'll show you sometime.
He's got amazing cheekbones.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
The nose, the cheekbones, even the jawline perfectly
He's
matches.
so pretty. Yeah. Agreed.
Let's see. Can I just say that I'm sick to effing death of these challenging times? You are not the only one.
Yep.
Terry says it's even harder to get any shipments here in Alaska.
Oh, I bet.
I believe it.
I
believe it, Terry. Oh, yes.
I mean, it's bad enough that, anywhere you want to go in Alaska, you have to go by plane. I bet all that got kind of interrupted, too.
Barbara says, I got dibs on Sasha in Beach House.
It looks really cute in that one. It does.
So we have got Sasha in Beach House.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we made that one in Beach House. Because I love Beach House. I try to make it in like everything. If it wasn't this one, then it would have been Faith, because Faith is the same. She's just got the part on the other side.
I like Daniel Craig's southern accent in Knives Out. We've had that on our to-watch list for ages and still haven't gotten around to it because, sister wigs.
Stuff. Yeah, we're doing a lot of stuff. It's hard to see off camera, which is why I had to spend some time talking about it. But yeah.
Yeah. And Terry says, I will have to watch that. You two are great together. Thank you very much, Terry. I think you'll get a kick out of it. It's very sort of mellow and laid back discussion of how our relationship has progressed over the years.
It's been a long journey for sure.
It has criped since 1999.
Oh, thank you, John, for backing me up on the timelines that I'm talking about with deliveries. I appreciate that because, the logistics, he's been actually the rock star handling most of that stuff while I deal with this website build and, wrangling all of these custom style sheets that I'm playing with or cascading style sheets, rather. I really appreciate you, John, for helping out with that and keeping an eye on the logistics with this new stuff.
Definitely.
It's been very helpful, and all of our ladies appreciate it as well.
Good stuff. Who is Sasha? That wig that Heather's wearing right here.
Hello. Oh, I don't have any adhesive on, by the way. These were made basically to fit my head. What's that, honey? Oh, yeah.
Oh, just laughing the way you said, I don't have any adhesive. As you put your head back and forth. Oh, I did that too quickly.
It's okay, honey. I can whip my hair back and forth for both of us.
Yeah, did that whole cartoon thing where
See, I have almost enough gel to do that, but not quite.
I could do that when I was like 14. All you have to do is completely relax all your mouth muscles.
I think therein lies the problem, really. Yeah. I have extreme TMJ. I wear a night guard, like a dentist molded night guard at night, because otherwise I don't think I'd have any teeth left. I am very tightly wound. That's a good way to put it.
Yes. Taut.
I have a lot of energy.
Like a tiger.
I'm like a tiger?
It's a Austin Powers Gold member.
Oh, okay, because as soon as you said that the Eye of the Tiger started playing in my head, and
Yeah, good stuff. I like that.
it's really that rhythm guitar underneath it all that gets me going, because I could not sustain that like that dude does.
Susanna says, if anyone can see my comment, please acknowledge.
We see
Hello,
it.
Susanna.
Hello.
Yes, we can see you. Yeah, so there we go. We have acknowledged you. Thank you for commenting. If you got a question, please, by all means, pipe up. We'll try and get it answered for you.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that we're more or less winding down. If you guys have any questions, we'll hang on for a few minutes and go over them. If you missed my little my powerful PowerPoint of girl powerness, feel free to watch the replay. If you see I'm probably scratching my face a lot, part of the reason why I'm not wearing makeup, I didn't mention this earlier, is I've gone back on my retinol. Have any of you guys ever used retinol before, prescription or otherwise? If you're interested in having a discussion about that, we could do a live stream about that at some point. But yeah, my skin's frosting, so it's not really great for putting makeup on top of. I just have to keep moisturizing it. But the problem is the retinol makes me itchy when I first start using it again, because I kind of take a break during the summer, because if you go out in the sun, you'll burn. You know, and sometimes you'll get a little bit too much sun exposure even if you've got sunscreen on. So retinol's something you gotta apply strategically, particularly if you live in the South or like the Southwest or someplace where there's a lot of sun.
Later, Wilma. Thanks
Bye,
for
Wilma. All right. Well, okay. I think that's about it for this evening. Then, do you have anything else you want to talk about, huh?
Let's see. Barbara says I used Curology, worked well without irritation. That's a good tip we could look into. Faith Brown says been using it for years.
Yeah, it's kind of a miracle, but if you go off of it and then go back on it, it takes a while to build up that tolerance again.
Yeah, Terry says, what is your favorite color in Sasha?
Depends on what I'm wearing. Like if I'm doing something like this where I don't want to wear makeup, I go with dark colors for sure, because I feel like it makes my skin look clearer. So if that's the issue, then that's the kind of color I go with. The lighter and brighter the color, the more I have to play with my makeup to get it to work with it.
Susan says makeup is fine over CBD cream though.
Oh, cool.
That's another good.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Ooh, somebody should do something with like CBD oil and retinol together.
Hey, good idea. Patent that now. John, get on the paper now. Kathleen says, I need some Illuminati R in my life.
And we are making that in the Wigs Forever line too. We're developing a version of that. Yeah, it'll have it will be slightly whiter. Like it'll be a slightly more platinumy platinum for sure. But it was already pretty much that color to begin with. We just made it brighter.
Gear Up says ta-ta for now. Thank you for dropping by. Take it easy.
We're so happy you could join us.
Yeah, make sure to see you again.
Yes, leave any questions you guys might have in the comments after the replay.
Yeah, in the comment section below.
And if you would like more information about our affiliate program when we get closer to launch, make sure that you sign up for the newsletter on the main Sister Wigs website. They're going to share a newsletter. So if you sign up for one, you'll get emails about the other. And then as we get closer to launching any of these new styles or any of the live streams really, or even the affiliate program, we announce all that via the newsletter around the time that those things happen. So make sure you subscribe. And that's it for us. I hope that...
let's get to a couple more little comments.
Go ahead.
Faith Brown says your skin does.
Yeah, it does. Totally does.
Barbara says, will you guys do Sister Wigs t-shirts?
We can. We totally can.
All right, let's see what we got. Elizabeth says, just go on, love the wig you have on. Sasha, yeah, it's the Sasha with black magic, as is scrolling along down here. So,
and I have not washed this. I haven't styled it. Well, I did shake my head around a lot a couple minutes ago, but it's pretty much like this from the moment you get it home.
Yeah.
And I've got a really bright light on me too.
Oops, there you go. Susan says retinol works, but don't you have to be careful about using it in the sun?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yes.
That's why I don't use it in the summer at all. Like, I actually stop using it. I still wear my sunscreen, but I just don't trust it to not wear off.
Yeah.
So I wait until the fall because I live in the South. The sun is real.
A deadly laser.
It is real in the South. The sun is, in fact, a deadly laser. So I don't trust it, even with a big floppy hat and SPF 50 on.
Tina, who looks like she's wearing something in indigo swirl, says, nope, can't even use that benzoyl peroxide, makes me break out.
Yeah, I know that he would never be able to use anything with retinol because it would just irritate the bejesus. I won't even let him kiss me after I put it on because I'm pretty afraid that he'll have a reaction.
Yeah, I've got ridiculously sensitive skin.
Like he can't handle tea tree at all.
Tea tree. I once tried using tea tree tea tree shower gel, and it gave me a chemical burn rash over 60% of my skin. 60% of my skin. It was not fun. I had to call off work for several days.
That's awful.
Yeah.
So yeah, sensitive skin is no joke.
No. Shauna says, have a good night.
You too.
Barbara says, you've made my evening. Thank you. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you for joining us. It's always fun to hang out, and we really love the interaction. This is our favorite part of doing any of this stuff, and it's so much more fun than sitting in a room by myself for hours at a time editing content where I'm just staring at my own face. Like that is so boring to me. And I like doing this so much better because I get to focus on you guys, and I get to focus on what we're doing for the future and hanging out with Nigel, and it's so much cooler when we're all together like that.
Okay, Pamela Vega says, I've been searching for a gray ponytail. Well, if you right down at the bottom here, I've just put on the please direct all stock and product inquiries to our customer help.
Yeah, we actually have a help desk. We
Yeah.
have an entire customer service apparatus, and we also have a library that's kind of like self-serve too that you can look at. You can also search by color on the main Sister Wig site. So if you like grays, you can pick a brand and then look at that color family and then shop down by that. We don't sell any clip-on ponytails. We don't do extensions and stuff like that because most of Sister Wigs is based around women who have polycystic ovarian syndrome. So they don't have a lot of hair on top, and that's really where they need a lot of the coverage, and a ponytail is just not going to give that to them. But on Hair Kitty Kitty, it's a little bit more open, and you can even tell with the theme we're being kind of like tongue-in-cheek, wink, a little bit cutesy with it. And that's because we don't want to put ourselves in a corner by just saying we're only catering to this one group of people or only making this kind of hair. The word wigs isn't anywhere in the title, because that's been a big issue with Sister Wigs, is how do we say the name of our store but without saying the dreaded W word? Well, with Hair Kitty Kitty, that won't be an issue. And so those folks that are sensitive to that will be fine with it, hopefully. They'll just think it's a goofy name and game on.
All right.
But yeah, if it turns out that more people want clip-on stuff like that, or things that they could integrate into their existing styles, we'll make that stuff too. We'll make anything you guys want to buy. We just need to have some kind of demand for it, and then we can gauge from there.
Well, that's just it. If you write into our help desk down here, then they can start trying to point you in the right direction of the products we have currently. Or if nothing matches your requirements at the moment, you can make a request, and we've actually got what was it called? Not the Word document, the spreadsheet, spreadsheet document where we keep track of people's requests. And if enough requests come through for a certain thing, it gets bumped up the queue. And then if enough people ask for something, then we start considering putting it into the next manufacturing cycle.
Absolutely.
So make your request, and we'll see what we can do for you from there.
Yeah, and just so you know, like we can make that kind of stuff faster than we can make whole wigs, because a whole wig needs to be styled all over and stuff like that. So I'm very open to that stuff if there's actually demand, for sure.
Okay, Barbara says, thanks for giving voice to my Xander Pax character, Nigel. That was the highlight of my day. Well, thank you for giving me the chance to do the first ever voice interpretation of an all-new character.
I absolutely love that.
Please consider me for the audiobook.
Yes, get Nigel engaged. He wants to do that stuff. And the character's name's Rad. That's super cool. I love
X's are cool.
X's are cool. All right.
All right, let's see. Sun is laser here in New Mexico. I can imagine. I got some acquaintances out in Arizona, and how they live out there is beyond my
air conditioning. Air conditioning for sure.
Barbara says we live in the dark 6 months of the year up here in the Northland. Yep. We live in England, and that's considerably so much further north. Than it is here in Georgia.
It was shocking to me when I went to go stay with him. I was like, wow, the sun you can still see light on the horizon at like 11:30 at night in England.
Oh yeah, like midsummer, the sun doesn't set till like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
But it just
and you
stays.
can still see horizon glow until like 11.
Yeah, that's not the way it is here in England. It wasn't like that or here in Georgia, and it wasn't like that when I just magically traveled to your homeland, honey.
Yeah.
But no, or when I was growing up in Ohio. So either of those two places, Georgia or Ohio, the sun sets, it sets.
Yeah.
You know.
So much closer to the equator here. It even now after like 2-3 years here, it surprises me at how fast it goes from broad daylight to night.
Yeah.
And we're still not anywhere near the tropics. I mean, in the tropics on the equator, you've got 12 hours of day, 12 hours of night, and it's like, okay, if you're scuba diving and you're not up within 5 minutes of sunset, you are screwed. But yeah. Oh, Cheryl says, how about what hats to wear with wigs? I'm concerned that they would rough up my wigs. You did a video about that.
I did do a video about that.
Okay.
I also I think I made a video about how to make halos. I
Yeah.
might have done. I might not have done.
So if you search for hats, wigs, halos, that sort of thing, Sister Wigs has a video or two, I'm sure. Of it.
Yeah. And if not, then that is a wonderful thing to write down in case you ever want to make content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martine says, I missed everything, but got to say hi at least. Hi,
Hi,
Martine!
Martine!
Don't worry, you can watch the replay and see all the good stuff. Georgia must be like living on the surface of the sun.
Sometimes.
No, because the surface of the sun doesn't have wasps.
We've got wasps.
We've got the state motto should be, we hope you like wasps. All right, where are we here? We're moving up here. I'm from
Sarah says, great live stream, you two. I've been watching in my Grayson Magenta mount.
Outstanding.
Thank you for repping. Woo!
Yay.
You were saying, honey?
Lisa says, I'm from Ohio, Toledo. Go Rockets. Ohio.
The heart of it all.
The heart of it all. I remember that. I remember that advertising campaign.
Yeah, didn't they change the motto or something? Or they had like was it where their license plates were backwards or something? Or like the plane was backwards?
I can't remember.
There was like some kind of kerfluffle where the license plate was a really cute graphic design, but it was like inaccurate and it freaked people out or something.
Yeah. For the record, Terry, we're based out of Georgia, so yeah, we get more sunlight than you do up in Alaska, but dang if it don't get dark quick here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's like that in winter in England.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't get dark quick. It just does. It gets just dark a lot more of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3:45 in the afternoon. Sunset. There we go. The plane was pushing a banner on the Ohio flag.
Oh, that's so much better than what I thought the problem was. That's so much more Ohio.
Yes, Bettina and Lisa backs her up. Toledo Mud Hens. Yes, that's one of the things I like about the Funky Winker Bean cartoon and the follow-up, the Crankshaft cartoon. He used to play with the Toledo Mud Hens. Comic strip history. I know. Weird stuff.
Awesome. All right, well, we will be giving you guys more updates about the Thingamabob affiliate program, Doohickey, when the time comes, as well as information about Sasha and all of our new releases, including Beckett. We've got a lot of really cute stuff coming, and I'm very, very excited about it. Willow's going to be coming up, so next month is going to be hopping. It's going to be hopping at Sister Wigs, and we're going to have this whole new site launching in November, and we got a lot in store. So we hope that you will join us for that stuff because it's going to be a lot of fun to talk about. And we hope you have a really great night, everybody.
Yes, you do.
And
Thanks
we'll see you for our Halloween episode next week.
And don't forget about the cocktail contest.
Yes.
Be sure to write in with some recipes.
If you have a Halloween-themed drink, please hook us up with that.
Oh, Halloween-themed. That sounds nice.
Or pumpkin spice. I am shamelessly basic. I like pumpkin spice.
I like pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
I agree with Homer Simpson. Pumpkin pie should be available year-round. Same thing with eggnog. Pumpkin pie and eggnog should be available year-round. End of discussion.
Ding dong merrily on high. All right. Yeah.
And the bells are ringing.
Yeah. I can't help it. When you say eggnog, I immediately want to break out into carols.
Oh, well, eggnog is delicious and amazing.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.